All rise.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case before this court is a succession case. Case number 0010 of 2020. In the matter of the estate of Joseph Ndungu, who is deceased, by Freddy Kangede, the petitioner, you may stand up, versus Elizabeth Ndanu, who is the defendant.
Mr. Kangede,
Yes.
you said the couple were not legally married,
Yes, Your Honor.
but here it says the couples have been together for 10 years.
That's correct, Your Honor. I was married to my late husband, Joseph, for 10 years. We were blessed with 3 children.
3 children?
Yes,
You
sir.
have any birth certificate? What are the ages?
My firstborn son is Mike Ndongo, who's 11. My secondborn is Jaden Ndongo, who's 7. And my little princess, Natasha Kimani Ndongo, is only 2 years old. Your Honor, that's an affidavit that we signed 7 years ago after my husband had paid my bride price. I cannot lie to the court. I was legally married to Joseph.
Your Honor, they were not legally married. That is just a piece of paper that she acquired from the advocate and backdated it. What she did was, she tricked my brother to fall into her trap.
Why do you say she tricked your brother?
She tricked my brother, telling him that she was expecting his child.
Your Honor,
And that is what forced my brother to stay with her.
Your Honor, that's a rumor that he started spreading to the other members of the family and my husband so that we could get divorced. But lucky enough, he did not succeed.
Excuse me, you say she trapped your brother by saying she was expecting?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's the firstborn? Excuse me, Miss Nanu, that's the firstborn.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you claim it wasn't your brother's child?
Of course, Your Honor.
Is that what you call the trick?
Yes, it is not his child. I mean, the child resembles the Shamba boy who used to work at my brother's residence.
What?
The Shamba boy.
Your Honor, he has always been a hater since the day that Joseph and I got married to each other.
Is it true?
Your Honor.
Excuse me, Mr. Kangede. Miss Ndanu, is it true you used to have a relation with the Shamba boy?
That's a lie.
Your Honor.
I see from the affidavit, it says that you worked for your ex-husband as a house girl prior to getting married and you used to have a relation with your Shamba boy.
No, Your Honor.
You didn't have a relation with the house boy, with the Shamba boy?
No,
But you worked for your husband at a point.
that's correct, Your Honor.
You used to do the wash and leave, that's what the affidavit says?
Yes.
And thereafter you became a full-time employee, you're staying at the residence,
Yes, Your Honor.
and it got to a relation that ended up to marriage with 3 kids.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Kanyede, what do you have to say to that? Any objection?
Well, Your Honor, Miss Ndanu used to have a relationship with the Shamba boy. She only dumped him when she forced herself on my brother, telling him that she was expecting his child. And my poor brother fell to her trap.
You call that a trick? Mr. Kanyede, I have the birth certificates here which certifies the father signed is your late brother.
Your Honor, if I am lying, why didn't she...
Would you have any evidence, any tangible evidence against this?
Now, if I'm lying, Your Honor, why didn't she agree to the paternity test?
Because Joseph saw no need of proving anything. He was sure that the child was his.
Excuse me?
Wrong.
Excuse me. I say no need to go to expand on that. We have the birth certificate and that's enough. I'm certified the kids belong to your late brother, Mr. Ndumu.
They don't belong to him, sir.
I'm certified as the judge. Let's go ahead. Yes. Ndanu, you married to a different society?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're from the eastern side of the country?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And prior to the marriage, I see your affidavit, you say Mr. Kanyete was against your marriage because he wanted you to get he wanted his brother to get married to your sister-in-law?
Well, Your Honor, I didn't say where she comes from, but she has already sold herself out.
Don't give me that. Just because I come from the eastern part of this country, are you trying to insinuate that I did something to my husband to make him love me?
We know what you have been doing. Even the family members knows what you have been doing.
Which is?
Okay?
Which is?
We know what you have been doing and how you trapped my brother into marrying you.
Just because I'm a
The Waswahili say, lisemwalo lipo, Your Honor. Na kama alipo laja.
Mr. Kanyete, lilete basi.
She has been using kamote to trap my brother.
What?
Excuse me, is that the magic thing, black magic?
Exactly, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that's a rumor that he started spreading around. And when my husband died, he took advantage of that to amplify his rumors.
I did not take any advantage.
What did you do?
Look.
Since the day I got married to Joseph, what's your problem? You've just always been against that marriage.
We know what you have been doing. Even the villagers and the family members know
Which is?
what you have been doing.
Which is?
All right?
Which is?
We know what you have been doing. Don't
Which
think that
is?
we don't know.
Your Honor, I think it was a thing they had planned for them to get married to sisters. So when I met Joseph, at first I used to go over on weekends, wash his clothes, get paid and go back home. After the frequent visits, he hired me to be staying in the house and help him with other house chores. And one thing led to the other. And before I noticed anything, we got married. Then he took me over to the family for the introduction bit of that. The family received me well. Only for Kanyeve here, who did not take it nicely. He even went ahead and told the family about Joseph marrying a maid. But funny enough, the family didn't care. That's when he brought up this kamote thing. And that was the genesis of my hatred life with the in-laws.
Your Honor, let her not trick this honorable court. So many things have been said about how my brother died.
How?
How did he die?
Well, according to her, she found my brother lying dead on a couch after serving him food.
And according to you? Ndanu. Ndanu.
Yes,
Your husband died of what?
Your Honor, that's the postmortem report. My husband was choked to death by food particles that got stuck in the windpipe area. He was eating, then lied down while chewing, and that's how he died.
And why did you show us the reports so that people can stop talking badly about you?
Because it was none of your business. And don't act as if you needed to know the truth anyway. It's just all about rumors.
Rumors.
Mr. Kanyede, the death certificate here certified by a government pathology certified that the late died of choking from food.
Well, Your Honor, I think
no food, no poisoning.
Those are just papers that she got from somewhere just to convince this court that she's telling the truth.
Mr. Kanyede, please have respect for the court. We know, we've got documents and we think they're genuine. Coming back to the eastern part, you say you have a problem from where she, or from where she comes from? What's your problem, Mr. Kang'ethe?
Look, Your Honor, I don't have a problem with my brother, late brother, getting married. But I had a problem in the kind of woman he was getting married.
What's my problem? Mr. Kang'ethe, what's my problem?
Oh, Mr. Kang'ethe, I see in your affidavit there's a problem because she doesn't go to church, she doesn't interact with people.
Yes, exactly, Your Honor.
And
This
is it a
woman
must that one has to...
doesn't go to church, and she doesn't interact with anybody.
And is a must for one to go to church and interact with people,
No,
to
Your
be a
Honor.
good citizen, or to be eligible to inheriting a husband's property?
Your Honor, it is not a must. But you see, my late brother used to go to church every Sunday. But when he got married to this woman, he stopped going to church.
Your Honor, Joseph was not
Just
a
because she
churchgoer.
had changed him.
Joseph was not a churchgoer. Will you just stop lying? For once, tell the truth.
I am not lying.
It won't cost you anything, just tell the truth.
May I also,
You is lying.
Mr. Kang'ethe, once you get married, you become family. It's up for them to decide to go to church and what people they want to interact with.
Yes, Your Honor. But you see, the moment my pastor saw this woman, he told me that there was something funny about her. And he asked me to do further research. When I did my small research, Your Honor, I found out that this lady comes from a family that is fond of using black magic, witchcraft, and what have you. So, I am the eldest in our family. I had a duty to protect my brother from this.
Is that why you came?
Mr. Kang'ethe, do you have any proof that she works with any black magic practice?
Yes, Your Honor. I have just told you that my pastor,
Your pastor?
yes, my pastor told me there was something funny about her.
Any evidence
Something
to
that
that?
was not good. And you know,
Excuse-
spiritual matters.
Kang'ethe, your pastor told you,
Yes.
and whatever your pastor says is true.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm trying to think what makes your pastor, the person who says what's right and wrong with others, how she sees and what she sees.
It is only a man of God who can see evil spirit in somebody, Your Honor. No one else.
Mr. Kang'ethe, are you not sure you're not seeing her with an eye of greed and you're afraid she's going to take what you want?
Whatever for, Your Honor. Whatever for. But it is sickening to
Kang'ethe,
that
is
my
that,
brother just decided one morning
is when I'm asking,
marry
is that
this
why you came and
lady.
just me out of the house?
Order.
Of all the people that I'm
Nanu, this is a court, not a marketplace you go banging around.
Do you know how much
Please.
trouble we
Order.
had to educate my brother? Look at you, a maid.
Is that why you
Mr.
came and
Kang'ethe,
just me?
respect, please. I want to observe
sorry,
some
Your Honor.
respect here.
But it is sad, Your Honor.
Ndanu, so you got married to your late husband, Mr. Ndongo. You were in your matrimonial home when they came and kicked you out. So you say in your affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did it happen? Explain to the court.
Your Honor, when my husband was getting well, he was brought back home to rest as he recovered. And that's when Kang'ethe here, together with the pastor, came and chased me out of my own matrimonial home, saying that they cannot pray for the child of God while the serpent herself was in the house.
That is not true, Your Honor.
When
We
you
never
say-
touched her.
Mr. Kang'ethe,
Your Honor.
order please. When you say the serpent itself was in the house, were you referring to Ndanu?
That's exactly what he means, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, that is not true. We never touched her. What we did, Your Honor, we
But
prayed.
you referred at her as the serpent in the house.
Maybe a serpent inside her, Your Honor. We just prayed, Your Honor, until the evil spirit that were around ran out of the room.
Ran out of the room. You left the house or you left the room?
Your Honor,
Ndanu.
he came and chased me with the kids out of the house,
What?
calling
How do you
us
do that to somebody?
names.
They threw you out of your matrimonial home?
He came and chased me with the kids out of the house, calling us names, especially me and my firstborn son. Your Honor, my little princess, Natasha, only had a t-shirt on in that cold. Your Honor, I begged him. As a mother, I begged him just to allow me to get a sweater, some pants, and even just shoes for my little princess. But none of that he had. Your Honor, my kids were shivering as they were busy there praying.
Your Honor, that is a lie. We never touched you.
And
we just prayed and cast the evil spirits out of your body, not you.
Mr. Kangede.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Are you okay?
As if that's not enough, I started receiving calls and texts.
From who? From who?
Please do.
Your Honor, as if that's not enough, I started receiving calls and texts from private numbers. Your Honor, those are some of the texts that I received a few weeks before my husband died.
Your Honor, that is a very big lie. You only decided to send yourself messages so that you can come and convince this honorable court that you are telling the truth.
Can you just even listen to yourself? How can I send my messages?
Order.
Tears.
Order,
Crocodile
please.
tears. What are you telling us?
Order.
You witch.
Kangede,
Your Honor.
I'll hold you in contempt of court. Please, let's have order here. You're such a heartless person. You can see she's hurting. You know what you did? You've pushed her to the edge and you're still pushing.
Your Honor, those are crocodile tears. She knows what she has been doing. I know this woman. I know her very well. I'm just here to protect my brother.
What were you saying about the threatening texts?
She just decided to send herself messages so that she can come here and convince this honorable court that she's telling the truth.
Can't you just even listen to yourself for once? How can I send myself messages? Did you even go to school?
Did you?
Can you just?
What about you? Did you go to school
Fine,
yourself?
I'm amazed.
Order, please. Let's keep to the order of the day. What we have to face here. We're talking about a succession, and there were threats. I see. You've given me a number of threats. Some are saying you and your sibling will die. Your offspring will die. You're gonna burn you in the house. Mr. Kangede, what do you know? Do you know anything about this?
Your Honor, as I was telling you, those are some of the texts that I started receiving a few weeks before my husband died and a few weeks after he died.
Mr. Kangede.
Your Honor, you see, it is very funny. It is even laughable that after all the threats, she did not leave the compound. You see, no mother can stay in a compound and she has been threatened and her kids are involved in. All mothers that I know, real mothers, will always put their kids first before their greed. Look at you. And you keep staying there.
Are you suggesting Danu is greedy because she didn't move?
No, Your Honor, what I'm trying to say is that I'm just throwing about option that what these bad people can do to her. Maybe burn her house.
Wait.
Or maybe...
No, Kangede, wait. Just how did you know that I received a text that my house was going to be burned down? I never told anyone. I never told anyone, Your Honor. It's when I'm giving you that. I never told anyone.
Look, I didn't know. I was just throwing suggestions.
You are just precise about whatever you are saying. How did you know? How did you know?
Why couldn't you let me finish?
No, I was sending text to myself. How did you know about that?
It's okay. Go ahead and finish. Order. Ndayu.
Let me finish.
Please, let him finish. Go ahead, finish.
Why are you in a hurry?
Kangede.
Your Honor, you see...
I'm addressing you. I want some respect and attention. You said you want to finish. Let me hear what you're finishing.
Your Honor, I was just throwing about suggestions of what these bad people might do to her. Maybe burn the house or even kidnap the kids or even kill her. But despite all that, she decided to stay because she has got something. She wants something out of my brother's wealth, Your Honor. Otherwise, she could not have been in the house.
Miss Ndanu, have you...
Even after being threatened by those bad people.
Ms. Ndanu, have you moved to a different place yet?
No, Your Honor.
You see?
Why? Why haven't you?
Your Honor.
You know
Very
the risk
greedy.
involved, the risk with the
Greedy.
kids.
You don't even care about my brother's children.
Can
You're
you
just
the order, please?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I'm speaking. Why haven't you moved away from...
Your Honor, I have nowhere to go. And I don't have a job. I only depend on the business and the rents that I collect from the estates that my husband has left me. The ones that Kangede here wants to take from me. I use the money to support myself and my kids.
Mr. Kangede, did you know she doesn't have a job at the moment?
I know, Your Honor, but do I care? Because what I know is
You sure don't
she
care?
wants to get my
You
brother's
sure
wealth.
don't care. You kicked out of the house and you
Your
want to
Honor-
inherit your brother's estate?
Your
You
Honor-
really don't care.
Your Honor, this woman is unfaithful. You see, her calling herself your brother's wife, indeed. And yet she has got even extracurricular activities outside the marriage. And you think we don't know?
I don't blame you.
And
Blame
run
your
away
counsel.
with it and leave us with the children. Look at you. Shameless
Mr.
mother.
Kangede, you can really push. You're heartless and you push because she is hurting. You don't have any evidence and you just push with your very rude language.
Honor.
Unless you have a witness or anything else to present.
Your Honor, I'm just saying the truth about the behaviors of this woman. If this honorable court can allow
Kangede,
me.
enough. I'm done with you. Do you have a witness or?
Yes, Your Honor, that was what I was saying, that if the court can allow me, I have a friend who had a discussion with this lady. We will come here and testify.
Kindly ask him to stay phone.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, you will repeat these words after me. What's your name?
Kennedy Musaholo.
Kennedy Msakulu.
Yes.
Well, say, I, Kennedy Msakulu,
I, Kennedy Musaholo,
do swear that
do swear that
whatever I'm going to testify to this court
whatever I'm going to testify to this court
will be the truth
will be the truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Mr. Kennedy Musakulu,
Yes, Your Honor.
kindly under oath tell us what you know about this case in front of us.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Kennedy Musaholo. I'm a businessman. What I know concerning this case is that Ndanu here tried to sell me a piece of land with the husband's name on the title.
See? You see, Your Honor?
Kennedy, you're under oath. She tried to sell you a piece of land,
Yes, Your Honor.
which
She
still,
did.
which still is in the name of the husband.
She did, Your Honor. Absolutely.
That's what
Is
I'm
it
talking
true, Ndanu?
about.
Yes, Your Honor, I did. I was under a lot of pressure from Kangede here and the rest of the family. So I just saw it best at least to find a buyer, sell a piece of land and use the money to sustain myself and the kids.
That is not according to what Ken told me.
Kennedy, please, what happened?
Your Honor, Mr. Ndungu and his family have been my friends for the longest time. So when Ndanu here approached me about this piece of land, I either thought that she was joking or it was the alcohol in her that was speaking.
So she's a drunkard. Yes.
Ndanu,
That is what I was talking about. She's a
Yes, Your Honor.
drunkard.
Kennedy, what do you mean that it could be the alcohol in her speaking?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but we met in a nightclub. And then we...
Wait a minute. Order. Miss Elizabeth Ndanu,
Yes, Your Honor.
is it true?
It was a birthday party. Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Elizabeth Ndanu, is it true you are in a nightclub?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long has your husband been dead? Less than 1 year?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened to our morning time?
Your Honor. Yes, it was a nightclub, but I was there for a friend's birthday.
Come on.
So I was not there for the clubbing or anything. I was just there to wish a good friend of mine a happy birthday,
You just
then
tell
go
the
back
court the
home.
truth that you are
Can I get the please?
drinking. That is
Can
all
I
in
get
a
the
club.
order?
Your Honor.
Ms. Ndanu, you have 3 kids, of which one happens to be the so-called your princess, who's 2 years old.
Yes, Your Honor.
And during the club, do you have a maid?
Your Honor, I didn't take even.
Who was staying with the kids at the moment? May I ask this straight?
Yes.
Who stayed home with the kids?
Who was with the children? My late brother's children.
Your Honor, that day I prepared everything for the kids and then left my firstborn to look over the siblings.
You see, Your Honor,
I didn't even spend more than 2 hours in that club.
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Careless mother.
What can happen within 2 hours, surely? I was just there for the friend's birthday.
It could have
I
been
still
better
take
if
care of the
excuse me.
kids. So take care of your kids
You were in
first.
a church service but in a club
Kangete.
and you left my late brother's kids at home.
You talk too much. Take care of your kids first. Look at even at your wife. Look at your family.
You can't go to church but can go to the club.
Going to church. Look at you.
Your Honor.
We're not going to continue like that. I don't want to adjust this case before it comes to a conclusion, but you're pushing.
This clubbing.
I'm not impressed. Kanyede,
Your Honor.
you're in front of a court of law. Please show some respect.
Obliged to Your Honor.
Mr. Kennedy, if you would continue, please.
Your Honor, as I was saying, we met in a nightclub.
Yes.
We had a chit-chat about life and stuff, and that is when she mentioned something about selling me the piece of land. The same piece of land, which apparently I had requested Joseph to sell to me prior, but he refused.
Yes.
So I asked her why she was selling this piece of land. And she told me that she was tired of that family, that she was moving out,
I
that
see.
she was going to find a man and
man?
start another family, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Ms. Ndanu, is it true what he says?
Your Honor.
Did you say you're going to look for
So
a man
that
and
is
start
what
a new
you're
family?
planning?
Are you Ndanu?
Mr. Kangede,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I said I was going to take care of my family, not to start another family.
Your Honor, her exact words were, I am sick and tired of being pushed around.
Yes.
I am not a pushover. I am going to find myself a man, start a new family. That is what you told me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I never told you anything about that.
order.
That is the truth now.
Mr.
So you're planning to
Mr.
sell my brother's
Kangede.
property and then go with another man over my dead body. It will not happen. I'm telling you the
I
truth.
just wish you
Kangede.
would speak first.
Your Honor.
I'm tired of warning you.
But you see, sir,
You don't want me to take measures. Which
Your
will
Honor,
be-
it is
sorry.
saddening when
We'll be sorry.
that a maid wants to take your brother's property and go get married to another man, leaving you with the late brother's children. It's sad, Your Honor.
So, she told you she's not a pushover. She wants to go and start a new life.
Yes, Your Honor, she did.
Did you say so, Ms. Ndanu?
As I said, I meant and I told him I wanted to take care of my family and not to start another family. Your Honor, he was also under the influence.
So both of you are under the influence of alcohol. I see. And you want to tell us that it was it's
Mr.
not the
Kangede,
truth?
are you officiating this court?
No, Your Honor.
Please, I don't want to send you out. Behave yourself. Last warning.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It is this club anymore.
Yes, so you are both in the club, drinking.
Yes. Your Honor, when she told me that she wasn't a pushover, she also said something else, that she was going to look for a man like me. What? Someone who was not going to give her orders and just someone who will let her do as she pleases.
Ndanu, is it true what?
That's
is
a lie, Your Honor.
testifying? Mr. Kennedy, you are under oath.
Yes,
May I remind you, you are under oath, please.
I
have
am.
respect for this court and the oath you are under, that you may tell the truth.
I am speaking the truth, Your Honor. As for the kids, she said that she was going to leave them with the grandmother. That is Joseph's mother.
You see, my mother, right?
Your Honor,
Stop lying and tell
Your Honor.
the truth that you
I
really
think-
said what you are
Kangede, I give you last warning. I don't bluff. Please, behave yourself.
Your Honor, I didn't mean a word I said. And as he said, I was under the influence.
Your Honor, that's exactly what I was talking about. If she cannot even remember what she discussed with...
Okay.
Ms. Ndanu, so you say, you guess it was not you speaking, you think it was the alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor, I guess so.
Kennedy, did you have anything else you would like to tell us more to that? What were the other plans?
The other plans, she went on insisting that she actually wanted me.
What?
Yeah.
I wanting you.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I never told you anything about that.
You said you
just
wanted
talked about the land and that was that.
You are
not
very,
even about my kids. Why are you doing this to me?
very specific.
I thought you were Ndungu's friend.
You
What
see
are you doing
what I
now?
was talking about?
You just talked about
That's why
the
I'm
land.
standing here.
I told you I was going through a lot and
Order. Kennedy, Mr. Umwami,
Yes, sir.
are you not fabricating this? You say she went to the extent of asking you whether you would
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh my God.
be with her.
I am 100% sure. That is what she told me. We had a very long discussion over that.
That's a lie. I can never say a thing like
And
that.
she said, since she will be selling her husband's property, she'll have her own money, so she won't need any financial help from me.
What a
And
lie.
how come, did you buy the property?
No. I thought it wise to seek advice from Mr. Kangede here before investing in this property. And he
true
asked
friend.
me not to buy the
True
land.
friend.
Your Honor.
I like the way you put it, a true friend. So you and Mr. Kangede are friends.
Of course,
You're a witness, you consulted him about the property.
Your Honor, like I said before, the family, the entire family, both Ndungu's family and Kangede's family, have been my friends for the longest time. So I was acting in good faith, Your Honor.
That is what I'm talking about, Your Honor.
And,
That she is planning.
and you ended up not buying the land because Mr. Kangede here told you.
Yes, and then another thing I thought of is about the children and their future and how I can protect them. I thought it wise not to buy the land because I thought she was being unwise in her decisions.
Why, Mr. Kennedy? What would make you suggest or decide or judge her not being wise? And she's selling her husband's property.
Your Honor, I'm a
Did
fan.
you have any idea why on what she'd be using the money?
Oh, of course, after the discussion about our love life and the future she wants, I just judged for myself that she wasn't wise enough in terms of expenditures and whatever.
And you don't think there was any deal between you and Mr. Kangede for a better deal?
Not,
with the land?
none, Your Honor. I've never made any deal with either Kangede here or anybody else.
When you were discussing with Mr. Kangede on the land, and you thought it wasn't right for you to buy the land, you consulted him after you spoke to Ndanu, the
Yes,
seller.
yes, Your Honor. It's true.
And he told you it's not right.
Yes.
Could you have pulled a deal between the two of you? Was there a deal going? Was there an agreement of any kind?
Not that I know of, Your Honor.
Now you see, Your Honor, that is what I was talking about. That this woman cannot even manage my late brother's property. That she's planning to sell them and leave children
excuse me.
with my mother.
I am living my life.
Nanu, order, excuse me,
And here she is saying that she was under the influence of whatever.
Mrs. Ndungu.
Why can't you say you are under the influence of Kamote?
Mrs. Ndungu,
You club animal. Your Honor.
I give you a last one. Get warned, please. Mrs. Ndanu, what do you know about their relations? You knew him as your husband's friend.
I thought he was my husband's friend until now.
And what do you know about the relation between him, that is Mr. Kangede and Mr. Umwami? Do you know anything about their relation?
You know, Your Honor, at first I thought it was about me talking to Mr. Kennedy about the land here. But no, I think it's about something different. Waidera told me about something.
Now,
and I never
Excuse me, who's Waidera?
bringing names that are not in the court.
Mr. Kangede.
Why are you dragging everybody into
Mr.
this case?
Kangede.
Your Honor, Waidera is my sister-in-law, Ndungu's sister. She told me that she had eavesdropped a conversation between Kangede and Kennedy here. They were agreeing about scratching each other's back on something. But she wasn't quite sure what it was about. Your Honor, I have reasons to believe that Kangede here talked to Mr. Kennedy to help him with this case. And in return, Kangede is going to sell Kennedy the piece of land that I was supposed to sell him. Only that, he'll sell him
That
at
is
a
a
lower
lie.
price.
That is a lie. Why can't you agree
I don't lie like you.
Why can't you agree that you are seducing him?
I'm not a
When
lie
you
like you.
refuse now, you're
Look at
bringing the
him. He's
to me.
not my type. He is not my
What
type.
did you tell him when you
Look
went
at
to
him.
Danu,
Compare
What
him
did
to
you say?
Ndungu.
That you
Compare
want a man like him?
Compare him to my Ndungu. He's not my type.
He's
Compare him
not
to
your
Ndungu.
type.
Yes, he's not. He's not my
with
type.
And what is the type of a maid?
Maid what? At least I'm an educated maid.
You are
and
a maid.
An
You still
educated
remain a
maid.
maid.
And
Danu.
you, what are you?
Me?
What are you?
I'm your
You can't
late
even work.
husband's brother. That's
Look
all.
at you. Shame on you.
Enough.
Seducing men in
Enough,
the club.
enough,
Seducing
enough.
who?
You can't even wait for them to come to you.
Seducing who? Check your family.
With all due respect, I don't think
What
that
were you selling?
Kangede is to blame for anything.
Some to
Honestly.
blame.
Yes, this is
I'm the one to blame now.
This is something that we've been planning for a long, long time.
Yes, planning with who? Planning with who?
I don't know.
Not because he's going to sell you the piece of land at a lower
come
price.
on.
It's when you're turning your back on me.
Just because he refused
Excuse
to.
me. I call for order. When I call order, please, may we have some respect in this court. I want to observe some silence. When I say order, I don't say we change position of the market from him to him. Mr. Kennedy, kindly step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the incident that Mr. Kennedy is talking about happened about 3 months ago. We have been meeting, and he has never brought up the subject or asked me about anything. And Your Honor, knowing the kind of man that he is, had I told him or even hinted a thing about us being lovers or anything, he would have been at my doorstep the following morning just to confirm whether I meant it or not. And Your Honor,
That is a
drunk
lie.
or
Ms.
not,
Danu, you were drunk, and possibly you said so.
Yes.
Your Honor,
You were speaking under the influence.
now that he said that, I'm sure, no, Your Honor, no matter how drunk I am, I always respect my husband's friends. And there's no way I would have said a thing like that to him.
And why did you say it then?
I didn't.
You did.
I did
Mr.
not.
Kangede, Mr. Kangede,
Yes, Your Honor.
since you seems you have to talk, let's talk something that adds value to this case. Why do you have so much bitterness and you against? Why are you against your sister-in-law managing your brother's
Your Honor,
property?
she doesn't know how we suffered for my late brother to get education so that he could marry this maid. And then after that, she comes into the family, plans on how to sell my brother's property, run away with another man, and leave us with the children. Your Honor, I do not intend to sell any of my brother's property. What I'm trying to do is to protect
You are
the
not
wealth of my
protect-
brother for the sake of his children.
You are not protecting your brother's property. You are chasing me away from them so that you can have them to yourself.
How can you take care of the kids
Listen
when
to
you are
me,
clubbing
no.
in clubs with men, seducing men,
Listen to me,
telling them to
Kangede.
run away with you? How can you take care of the children?
I have been taking care of my kids.
With your extravagant
I have
life.
been taking care of my kids
How can you?
and living my life at the same time. I don't see how my lifestyle is
You
affecting
just
you
want
now.
to dump them the way you
I
dump
used
that
to go to club
house,
even with Kangede.
Shamba boy.
I used to go to club even with Ndungu. So, can you just for once focus on your misery?
I'm in
My
silence
miserable
now.
life.
I'm in silence. Enough with this. I've had enough.
Now look,
I've had enough. When I hear the two of you arguing, is you're trying to fight. You belittle her so badly. You're so disrespectful.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to say, but I know it pains you. And living the kind of lifestyle I live is because I can afford it. Courtesy of my late husband.
you are late.
I know
Excuse
it
me,
pains
excuse
You
me.
are not even ashamed to say
Hello.
that.
I said enough. I think it's my time to talk now.
Your Honor, I don't care what she does with her miserable life.
Kennedy.
All that I care about is my late brother's children.
It pains
and the
you
property.
seeing the kind of
That is
life
why I'm
I lead.
protecting that property.
It pains
Mr.
you. Go and
Kangede,
spend your
it
own
pains you.
money.
Mr. Kangede, I'm going to throw you out of this court and you won't be here for the judgment.
Stop, Papa.
It's my turn. May I have some silence? Please, do not interrupt, neither disturb my judgment. I've listened both sides, and I'm ready for judgment. Ndanu, you have a life to live, and it's up to you how you wish to live it. Remember, you're the father and mother to your kids now.
Yes, Your Honor.
If it's your way of life to go clubbing using your money that you are inheriting from your husband to entertain men, to drink, it's upon you. But remember, you have so much on you now, so much responsibility. You need to stand up for you and the kids.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's also not right what I see. You are quite aggressive, belittling, very, very disrespectful. But also you as a lady, you should not come to a family, find siblings, relatives fighting and be part of the fight. You should be the person coming in. And it goes to everybody in this court. You should come in as a peacemaker. May you be remembered in every place you go as a peacemaker, especially in a marriage. It's so ugly when I see a brother-in-law so greedy, so bitter. I don't know whether you've worked for anything. You just bitter your brother got the education, you just bitter you never got the education, you bitter you never made it, and now you think this is a way for you, an opportunity for you to make it. Mm-hmm. You think inheriting your brother's estate will make you have it. Your brother left 3 kids behind. And you dare come to this court, waste our time. You have no paper whatsoever, no evidence.
Your Honor, but I know that she's not my
Order.
late brother's
I
next
said
of
it's my
kin.
time to speak. I'll send you out of this court. Watch out. And this goes to everybody in this court. Please, let's have respect for the courts of law. When you go, have your evidence right. We don't take, in law, we don't take, he used camote unless you come with evidence. We work with evidence, and there is statutes of law, how law lays out. Who is the second of kin? Who has the right to inheritance, to property of who? And the first person is the surviving spouse. Wives in Africa, wife in any other place, followed closely by the children. And then the dependents, not cousins and brothers. You have no merit, no right whatsoever to claim on your brother's property. Mr. Kangede,
Your Honor.
were you in conjunction or in any partnership with your brother in any property?
Your Honor.
Did you share any property with your brother? Did you share any investment with your brother?
No, Your Honor, but I am the eldest son in our family, and I have a right to protect my brother.
Yes,
what I'm saying is that
excuse me, order. I
you
have the
cannot
right to
allow
speak.
somebody
Thank
who's not
you.
even
Just
my
order.
late brother's next of
Kangede,
kin to inherit his
Kangede,
property.
order.
Is that why you hid my title deeds?
Nanu.
Who?
You hid my title deeds.
You're starting another thing again.
Is that
Yeah.
why you hid my title deeds?
You're never full of.
Excuse me.
Your Honor.
He is holding the title deeds?
Yes, Your Honor. He sent my son, the second born, to go and steal them from my safe and take them to him. He told him that I'm going to make them poor by selling all the property that their father has left
That's a
them.
lie. That is a lie.
My son
Mr.
told me.
Kangede.
That is one of your
My son
fabrications.
Mr.
told me.
Kangede.
Your son.
You think that
How,
thieves like your
how
children?
much do you believe him?
They're not
Order.
thieves like
You
your
don't
children.
even care for him.
Order.
They're not thieves like your children.
Mr. Kangede, is it true you're holding the title deeds?
Yes, Your Honor, but not with bad intention. I just want to keep them safe because of my late brother's children. She's a nobody. She's not even my late brother's.
Mr. Kangede, I didn't
next
ask
of
for all
kin.
that. Mr. Kangede, I didn't ask for all that. All I did ask was, are you holding the title deeds? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor, because I
Thank
was
you. The
keeping
next thing
away
you-
Yes or
from
no?
the property
Yes
of my
or
late
no,
brother.
please.
Who raised you?
And then I don't need you assisting me with my yes or no. Let
So
it
you are
be
now
me.
the judge.
Order!
At least I went to school, not like you.
Nanu,
Sorry.
please don't push.
And you don't even look like you went to school.
So do you look like you went to?
How can you go to
You
Kangede,
look like the
Kangede.
Shamba boy that you're saying.
And
Mr.
different Shamba
Kangede, you
boys.
interrupted my judgment. Enough with this. Let me finish. In the matter of Elizabeth Ndanu versus Frederick Kangede, the court grants Elizabeth Ndanu Ndungu full access and custody to the estate of the deceased husband, Joseph Ndungu. Mr. Kangede, you have submit the said title deeds and all relevant documents to Mrs. Ndanu Ndungu without further questions or complications in not more than 48 hours. My judgment, this court is adjourned.
All rise.
And you're laughing. You think this is the last time you are hearing from me? Mark my words and with this space.
I'll mark
I'll
them.
come after you.
I'll mark
Not here,
them.
not here. No, after the Arsenal game, please.
Still come after you.
Just give you.
Ishakuwa.
Yeah.